All right, time for Shannon reads those book with the BFG. Hey everyone, it is Shannon, and I'm excited to continue on with the those books exploration. And I finished the BFG by Roald Dahl a while ago. Actually, I think it might have been in April, so this is a bit late to get to the game for sharing my thoughts on it. But I thought it was time. I thought it was time. And this is actually the 18th book in my Those Books exploration. It makes the list for being number 56 on the BBC Big Read. And also, on a personal note, it is also being adapted for a film, which is always something that's going to make a book rise on the list of the to read, the virtual to read pile for me. So this one, it's a kid's book. I don't think you can. Oh, it's so small. It's so small. Oh, 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 oh. I can't get the angle. I don't know if you can see that. So that's the cover. So cute. And it's a kid's book. It's illustrated-ish. Like it's not every page or anything like that, but it does have illustrations throughout. I was thrilled that the illustrations actually came through on my Kobo. And I think this is my first Roald Dahl, so I think this is like iconic for his books to have these sort of like, they almost feel like shaky hand like they're shaky lines, and it's all kind of like, just I don't know how to describe it. It just little sort of dots around stuff, and I don't, it just it's there's a warmth to the character, to the drawings, and they just feel they're very expressive and simple and a little odd, and I really enjoyed that. And the premise of this story is that there's starts with the little girl who sort of sees something that she's not supposed to, and then things sort of like just cascade from there onto crazy and crazier things. It's like, it was a very quick read. I think I read it in a couple of days, but you could easily read it in one sitting. But I wanted to actually enjoy it over some time. And it's very inventive, it's very creative, it's very wondrous. I love the little girl. She is very brave and she's very curious, and she just sort of like is gonna speak her mind, and has this sort of wonderful combination of realism and stick with itness, and one of the hugely amazing things about this book is actually the language. It is just fantastic. It is very expressive and odd and has so many words and misuses a lot of words. So I think it's like for whatever age kids are, where they really like to know that they're right or correct things, this would be really good for that, because they can be like, no, that means this and that means that, like that kind of thing. I would think, I don't know, like, but that it feels like it would be a good fit, because the language is just amazing. And yeah, I don't know, it just overall, this is a really, really great read. I really enjoyed it. It's got a really, at the center of it, there's a real good-heartedness, and as well as this sort of wondrous possibilities of something different or strange and bigger in the world. And I really, really like that. And it's funny because there's lots of kids books on those books list, and I never know with kids books whether or not I'm going to enjoy them, especially when it's like the author has so many works and I haven't read any of them, and where do you start and all that kind of, I don't even know why. Oh, the film adaptation is why I started with this one. And it was available from the library when I was looking, and I'm like, yes, I will take that out right now. And but yeah, I never know whether you're going to get that sort of like personal connection or that warm feeling from kids books when you read them for the first time as an adult, but I really did with this one. And I think a lot of it had to do with the greatness of the characters, the two main characters in this, as well as being able to see the pictures. It really added a lot, and I smiled a lot while I was reading, and I just really, really enjoyed it. So overall, this one, highly recommended for people of all ages. I'm very curious to see what the film's going to be like. I imagine they're going to do visual effects, or I don't even know if it's live action or animated or a combination. I can imagine if it would be a combination, just from a, oh, actually, a lot of the things that happen, I don't know. You might have to be animated, because, well, it's amazing what they can do these days. But there's a lot of stuff that you just doesn't exist. So it's like, how would you do that? So that'd be an interesting, curious thing to see as well. I don't know when it's out. It might be this summer. But I'll leave a link below with the release date for people that are interested. And I highly recommend reading it. It was nice to get back to this. I can't remember what I read before this. It was, I think it was something heavier, or maybe something Canadian. What was it? Oh, and then there were none. Oh, but then it was Roughing It in the Bush. That really threw me for a loop because the Roughing It in the Bush was the first one I had read, and it took me to the 16th. It took 2 years, year and a half. I don't know, a long time. So I was gonna say I don't know what I'm gonna read next, but that's not true. I've actually already read the next book for the part of those books project because I read the Iliad, the BFG to the Iliad, and then I don't know what I'm gonna read after the Iliad. I don't know what I haven't looked at that. Literally, I haven't looked at it. Anyway, let me know. Also, let me know if there's any other, which of your favorite of this author. And I'm not sure on how to pronounce I want to say Ronald Dahl, but it's obviously not because there's no N. But Roald Dahl, and because I know there's The Witches and several others, but this one I was really, really super pleased with. So yay, the BFG! Woohoo! On a good roll. Well, let's see. Iliad. On to the next video. Thanks so much for watching.